When you look at the discovery of T regulatory cells, their work and what stimulates and slows them down in light of autoimmune infections, of which currently are deemed incurable, like without a cure, and cancers which are on the rise, then this is a really, really good thing. The Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine in Medicine 2025 was awarded to 3 scientists, Mary, Fred, and Shimon, who have been working for 3 decades and have discovered something very important. Let's dig into it. The immune system generally comes from a blood stem cell. So we have the blood stem cell, and on one side we have something called the myeloid branch and the lymphoid branch. The myeloid branch normally produces the platelets, the white blood cells, and the red blood cells. These ones are the ones that are bond ready. They attack, they're the first responders. Then you have the lymphoid branch. This one is a specialized unit of the immune system. So here we have the B cells, we have the T cells, we have the natural killer cells, we have the dendritic cells. And the reason as to why these 3 people were awarded a Nobel Peace Prize was because of the branch called the T cells. So T cells are quite a coordinated branch of the immune system. We have the T killer cells, T helper cells, and now what was discovered was the T regulatory cells. The T killer cells are the Vikings. They go in and attack. That's their job. Attack, kill, finish, kaput. The T helper cells are the strategists, the commanders. They're the ones that coordinate these kinds of attacks. Then you have the T regulatory cells. They're the ones that say, okay, guys, I think we've cleared the threat. It's time we stop, otherwise we'll start attacking our own cells. So why is this all important? It's because for a very, very long time, the scientists thought that this regulation of the immune system normally happens centrally in a gland behind the breastbone called the thymus. So generally, the T cells and B cells normally come from the bone marrow. The B cells will mature in the bone marrow, and the B cells, their major job is to create antibodies, to create the fighters. The T cells, on the other hand, normally mature in the thymus. That is why the initial thought was this inhibitory process, this process of saying, okay guys, let's pump the brakes, only happens centrally at the thymus. So 3 people in a span of 3 decades from the 1990s discovered that these T regulatory cells also work in the periphery. And how they work, it's by either chilling down these Vikings or sending signals to say, hey guys, now we can stop sending attacks to these spaces, or rather like the enemy has been neutralized. Now we can chill. So why this is very, very, very important? Because of 2 pertinent conditions currently in the medical world, which is number 1, autoimmune infections, and number 2, cancers. When you're looking at autoimmune infections, this is a situation whereby the body is attacking itself. So the immune system is acting against itself. So when you have the kind of cells that are able to slow this attack down, then that means the likelihood of reverting or stopping altogether this autoimmunity is possible if this direction is looked into, and looked into carefully. In addition to discovering these T regulatory cells, another thing these 3 people did discover is that there's a gene present in everyone that is responsible for how much of these T regulatory cells are produced, and this is called the FOXP3 gene. So when the gene is present, there is production of these T regulatory cells. So if it is amped up, then there will be production of more of these T regulatory cells. If it is interfered with in a way, then that means these T regulatory cells are less in production, and it increases the probability of autoimmunity. There are also other factors such as interleukin-2 that is also responsible for the maintenance of the numbers of these T regulatory cells. Another avenue that is currently being looked into in the management of an autoimmune disease we've discussed before called SLE. When you look at the flip side, we have cancers. So how do we manipulate these T regulatory cells to not regulate the immune system so much to allow the body to attack these cancerous cells such that we are able to have a response that is almost capable of dealing with these cancer cells altogether. When you look at the discovery of T regulatory cells, their work and what stimulates and slows them down in light of autoimmune infections, of which currently are deemed incurable, like without a cure, and cancers which are on the rise, then this is a really, really good thing. Is it possible that if we dig deeper into the workings of these T regulatory cells, that maybe, just maybe, someday there's going to be a cure for autoimmune infections? Or maybe, just maybe, someday we'll be able to figure out how to deal with cancers.